I got some life. How you doing? I just did my hair a while. I just got out of the shower about uh, hour and a half ago, so hair's still drying. Um, I want to update about the Madware situation. First of all, yeah, he disabled or likely did. I believe he did, but whatever. He could always deny, but that doesn't prove anything either. My able to ability to record audio on the computer, but to be honest, I mean. Um, it was getting cumbersome using computer all the time anyway. You have to set it up and log it in and boot it up just for anything. And if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And I'll accept it. I can just do it on my phone. It's a lot quicker, a lot easier. And not only that, the Matter Editor is the one that gave me the OBS Studio anyway. If he wants to take it back, fine, do your thing, Matter Editor, rock and roll. I mean, whatever. And if he didn't do it, I'm sorry, I'm accusing him of it. But I don't know. But my gut feeling says he did. But what do I know? So I'll forgive you, whatever. I don't care. It's all good. So I'm going to do another live real quickly after this with music. And while I'm here, I was thinking about whether to do this or not. While I'm here, I want to talk about my latest Jimmy Against Christ. Can we do that, another version of that, even though it wasn't like I haven't, this is kind of impromptu, but Jimmy versus Christ version today. There was no census where people had to travel back to their birth towns, like the Christmas story says. There was no such thing in Roman times. They just took your census where you were. They didn't care where your ancestors were 1,000 years ago. They didn't care. You didn't have to go back to some place where everybody would be moving around. You didn't have to do that. That was not Roman practice, and it's bizarre if it were. So, but the story is that he did that because they had to make the story straight. And something in the Old Testament, Micah or whatever, said that Jesus was going to be born in Bethlehem. So they had to straighten that out, and that was the best story they could tell. They could make an excuse that he was born in Bethlehem. What else? The writers all disagree about everything. The lineage, first of all, a big deal is made about the lineage of Joseph, but if Joseph wasn't Jesus's father anyway, because Jesus was born of a virgin, without Joseph, it doesn't matter what Joseph was. Jesus doesn't get to claim part of royalty to a person that didn't give him birth. You can't have it both ways. You can't say I'm the son of God, but I have Joseph's lineage, and Joseph didn't give me birth, so who cares? Who cares about Joseph? Joseph was just the dude that Mary was married to. LOL. What's it got to do with Jesus? And what does any of that have to do with Jesus? And not only the lineages don't even make sense, and they contradict. One goes from Nathan on down, one goes from Abraham down, or something like that. The different versions contradict each other. And like I said, it's irrelevant who Joseph was if Joseph was not Jesus's father. Joseph is just the dude Mary was married to. Who cares? But yet a big deal is made to make him sound like the king and royal, all that. Well, he's not royal if he wasn't Joseph's actual son, because he was born of a virgin. LOL, right? There's that. The whole Jesus thing. First of all, the character Jesus is like the character, is a lot like the character God, in that they both evolved over time. Jesus starts out in Mark as a humble person, and then ends up in John like a total God. And they did the same with God. God, in the Garden of Eden, God didn't even know where Adam and Eve were, and suddenly, all the characters in the Bible, Jesus and God, are inflated stories over time. The character changes. It's like Superman. First thing they said about Superman is he can leap tall buildings. The next thing you know, he's spinning around the earth and flying around and changing the rotation of the earth by how fast he is. It's an evolving character. So the whole Jesus thing was made up, not out of truth, but out of control. People wanted to control the people wanted to control the masses. How could it be otherwise when Jesus was just a humble person that walked in sandals? And in the Dark Ages, the biggest enemy of the Christian church of Christ was the Romans. It's not that Christ existed, and the Romans become the Roman Empire, become the Holy Roman Empire of the Catholic Church that now uses force, torture, and war to promote the person that just walked in peace. Does that sound right to you? It was Constantine that did that in the Council of Nicaea or whatever. He's the one that had to merge the pagans with the Christian. That was a weird period, and he had to merge the two, and ended up in the process giving the popes all the political power, not just ecclesiastical nonsense. And I'm really glad that it turns out that my gut feelings growing up were right, because I never sensed that Christianity was right, and I didn't follow the crowd that way. So I'm glad I didn't. And there's so many contradictions in the Jesus story, and I'm just glad I'm free of it. I can't help if other people aren't free of it, but I am, and I just like to spread my good energy and just show by example how I do things. So the moderator, if you did screw up my OBS, I forgive you. I still can record on my phone, and if you didn't, I'm sorry I accuse you. So love you guys, peace, love, and rock and roll.